ResponsePie uses behavioral and device paradata to help researchers assess whether a survey entrant is likely to be a legitimate participant and whether a response raises potential data quality concerns. The goal of this video is to give you a guided tour of the ResponsePie dashboard and explain how to interpret its primary counts, quality flags, and participant-level information. This is the ResponsePie dashboard. To begin, click the study ID for the study whose results you would like to view. On the left side of the screen, you will see the study details. Open the drop-down menu to view the title of the study. You can also select Team to see the account or research team to which the study belongs. Next, you will see 3 participation counts: entrants, completed, and participants. Entrants includes everyone who accessed the survey. Even if someone clicks the survey link and closes the survey without answering any questions, that person will still be included in the number of entrants. Completed shows the number of respondents who reached the end of the survey. Participants shows the number of respondents who provided at least some survey data. This includes both respondents who partially completed the survey and those who completed it in full. Next, let's look at the Quality Statistics section. This section summarizes the data quality flags assigned to the responses in your study. ResponsePie currently flags participants who are anonymous or duplicates, those who pasted or automatically entered a response to an open-ended question, those who used a virtual private network, those who completed the survey using a suspicious device environment, and those whose responses show indicators of AI or ChatGPT use. The dashboard also includes categories for bots, inattentive responses, and blocked entrants. Although those flags are not currently active, let's take a closer look at what each flag means. Anonymous participants are respondents whose identifying information was not passed to ResponsePie through the survey URL. For example, a researcher might distribute one generic survey link and ask respondents to enter their email addresses within the survey. Because the email address was not included in the survey URL, ResponsePie cannot associate the response with an external participant ID, and the respondent will appear as anonymous. An anonymous flag does not necessarily indicate fraud. It simply means that ResponsePie did not receive a unique participant identifier through the survey URL. Duplicates are participants who attempted to take the survey more than once using the same identifier. If the same participant ID appears multiple times, the additional response is marked as a duplicate. Researchers can then review the attempts and determine which response, if any, should be retained. The pasted flag is applied when a respondent pastes text into an open-ended response field. A pasted response should not automatically be removed because a participant may have composed the response in another program, used the translation tool, or relied on assistive technology. Removal is generally appropriate when participants were instructed to compose an original response directly in the survey, and the paste behavior violates those instructions, particularly when other indicators also suggest that the response was copied or externally generated. The auto-typed flag is applied when text appears in an open-ended field with few or no genuine physical keystrokes. This can occur when a browser extension, writing assistant, or automated text insertion tool enters the response. Auto-typed responses should also be reviewed in context rather than automatically discarded. Exclusion may be appropriate when the study requires unaided participant-generated responses and the session replay or other indicators show that the response was automatically generated or inserted. Next is the VPN flag. A virtual private network routes a participant's internet traffic through another server, which can make the participant appear to be in a different location. However, not all VPN use is problematic. For example, suppose a respondent lives in San Jose but works remotely for a company based in Seattle. The respondent may be connected to the company's VPN to access internal systems, causing the IP address to appear to originate in Seattle. If the study is recruiting participants who live in the United States, this person may still meet the eligibility requirements despite using a VPN. Now consider someone living in Nairobi, Kenya, who connects to a United States VPN server to conceal their actual location. If the same study is restricted to participants living in the United States, This respondent would not meet the eligibility criteria, and the response should be removed. VPN flags should therefore be evaluated in relation to the study's recruitment requirements, IP location, and any other available evidence. The suspicious flag identifies participants who appear to have completed the survey using a cloud server, virtual machine, or another virtual computing environment, rather than an ordinary physical computer, phone, or tablet. These environments are sometimes used to conceal a participant's actual device or to automate survey completion. ResponsePie treats these sessions as high risk and recommends removing responses that receive the suspicious device flag. Responses can be flagged for AI or ChatGPT use in two situations. In the first situation, ResponsePie detects a sequence in which a respondent copies an open-ended question, leaves the survey tab, returns to the survey, and then pastes a response. This pattern is consistent with using an external AI tool to generate an answer, although the session replay should be reviewed to understand the full context. In the second situation, ResponsePie detects an AI writing extension interacting with the open-ended response field. This indicates that AI-assisted text may have been inserted or generated, although it does not necessarily mean that the entire response was produced by AI. Researchers should interpret this flag in relation to their study instructions and policies concerning AI-assisted responses. To quickly identify the meaning of any flag displayed on the dashboard, hover your cursor over its icon. A brief description will appear explaining what the flag represents. On the right side of the dashboard, you will see a map showing the IP geolocations of everyone who attempted to take the survey. This provides a quick visual summary of where the survey traffic appears to have originated. You do not have to review every respondent individually within the dashboard. You can download a CSV file containing each participant's ID and ResponsePie's recommendation about whether the response should be disqualified. This provides an efficient way to access the data quality results for all respondents at once. If you scroll down, you will see a table containing information about each respondent. When a worker or participant ID was passed through the survey URL, it will appear here. The table also displays the respondent's IP geolocation, device type, internet service provider, survey start time, and completion status. You can also see how long the respondent spent on the survey. This time is divided into active time and idle time. Active time represents the time during which the respondent was actively engaging with the survey. Idle time represents periods during which the survey remained open, but the respondent was not actively interacting with it. The data quality column shows any flags assigned to the respondent. When a response receives one or more flags, those flags appear on the right side of the row. Respondents with no flags can be classified as having no detected data quality concerns, although the absence of a flag should not be interpreted as definitive proof that a response is valid. Finally, if you would like to see how a particular respondent interacted with the survey, click the Watch button. This opens a session replay that allows you to review the respondent's navigation and behavior during the survey. The replay can provide important context when deciding whether a flag reflects fraud, a data quality problem, or potentially legitimate participant behavior. ResponsePie is designed to bring these different sources of evidence together in one place. In most cases, a flag should be treated as an indicator that warrants further review, rather than as proof of fraud on its own. Final decisions should consider the study's eligibility requirements, participant instructions, session replay, and the combination of available indicators. I hope this video has given you a clear overview of the ResponsePie dashboard and how you can use it to review survey participation and evaluate potential data quality concerns. Thank you for watching.